Hi and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we are going to learn about the word types I, N and C. So let's start right away with word type I, which consists of three groups. One question that often appears is, why is the formation of the partitive of words that are ending with an I so different sometimes? Here are some examples. When we have the word bussi, then the partitive is bussia. When we have the word hirvi, then the partitive is hirvä. However, when we have the word saari, then the partitive is saarta. So what we see here is that all the words on the left side do end with an I, but when we want to form the partitive case, then we have some differences. Now let's figure out what these differences are actually about. Let's start with the first group. So this one is about new words ending in an I. Such words are often loan words, so that means these are words we usually know from other languages, such as bussi, which means bus, kahvi, which means coffee, kaupunki, which means city, or paperi, which means paper. Let's take a look at one example. Bussi, which means bus. So, when we want to form the genitive case of it, we have to take the basic form plus the genitive marker n. So that means we have bussi plus n is bussin. Bussin means of the bus. It's the genitive case of the word bussi. Now we want to form the partitive case. Again, we take the basic form and then we add the letter a to it. So that means we have bussi plus a is bussia. Bussia. It's the partitive case of the noun bussi. Now we want to form the inessive case. Also here we take the basic form and then we add the inessive marker sa to it. So that means we have bussi plus sa is bussissa. Bussissa, which means in the bus. It's the inessive case of the word bussi. And this is also how it works with the other cases. For example, the elative case is bussista, which means out of the bus. The illative case is bussin, the adjective case is bussilla, the ablative case is bussilta, allative case is bussille, and the nominative plural is bussit. Alright, now let's move on to the second group, which is about old words ending in I. Such words are often nature or body related. For example, lehti, which means leaf. It's the green part of a tree. Then we have talvi, which means winter, joki, which means river, hirvi, elk, sormi means finger, and polvi, which means knee. Let's take a look at one example. We take talvi, which means winter. Now, when we want to form the genitive case out of it, first we have to remove the I letter, so that means talvi becomes talv. Then we add the letter E to it, so talv plus E is talve. And then in our last step we add the genitive marker n to it. So talve plus n becomes talven. Talven means of the winter. It's the genitive case of the word talvi. Now let's see how it works with the partitive. Also here we have to remove the letter I. So talvi becomes talv. Then we add the letter E to it. So talv plus E becomes talve. And then in our last step we add A to it. So we have talve plus A is talvera. Talvera. It's the partitive case of the word talvi. We carry on with the inessive. Again, we have to remove the I letter, so we get talv. Then we add the E letter and we get talve. And then we add the inessive marker sa to it. And we have talve plus sa, which is combined talvessa. Talvessa, which means in winter. It's the inessive case of the word talvi. Then we have our third group, which is about all words ending in li, ni, or ri. Such words are, for example, kieli, which means language, or pieni, which means small or little. Then we also have sieni, which means mushroom, Suuri, which can mean big or large, and saari, which means island. Let's take a look at one example. Saari, which means island. Now, we want to form the genitive case, so that means in our first step we have to remove the letter I. So, saari becomes saar. Then we add the letter E to it, so that means saar plus E becomes saare. And then we add the genitive marker N to it. And we have saare plus N is saaren. Saaren, which means of the island. It's the genitive case of the word saari. Let's see how it works with the partitive. Also here we have to remove the letter I. So we have saar. Then we add ta to it. So that means saar plus ta becomes saarta. Saarta. It's the partitive case of the word saari. Now we want to form the inessive case. Here the steps are actually pretty similar to the steps of the genitive case. Again we remove the letter I and we get saar. Then we add the letter E to it and we get saare. And in our last step we add the inessive marker sa to it and we get saaressa, which means in the island. It's the inessive case of the word saari. Alright, now let's move on to our second topic, words ending in nen. Such words are, for example, iloinen, which means happy, or ihminen, which means human, sininen, which means blue, and nainen, which means woman. Let's take a look at our example, nainen. We want to form the genitive case. In our first step, we have to remove the nen ending from the word nainen. So that means nainen becomes nai. Then we add se to it. So that means nai plus se becomes naise. And then in our final step, we add the genitive marker n to it. So that means naise plus n becomes naisen. It means of the woman and it's the genitive of the word nainen. Next one is the partitive case. Here again we have to remove nen and we get nai. Then we add sta to it. So we have now nai plus sta and we receive naista. Naista. This is the partitive case. Now let's see how it works with the inessive case. Here again we have to remove nen, so we remain with nai. Then we add se to it and we get naise. And in our final step we add the inessive marker sa to it and we get naisessa, which means in the woman. It's the inessive case of the word nainen. Next topic is about words ending in si. Such words are, for example, viisi, which means 5, kuusi, which means 6, for example, vesi means water, tosi means really or very, and kuukausi, which means month. Let's take a look at one example. Viisi. So when we want to form the genitive case here, we have to remove si, so that means viisi becomes vi. Then we add de to it, so we add the letters d and e to it, so that means vi plus de is vida. And then we add the genitive marker n to it, and we have vida plus n is viden. Viden. This is the genitive case of viisi. Then we want to form the partitive case, so again we have to remove si and we receive vi. Then we add te to it with a double t and we have vi plus te is vita. This is the partitive case of viisi. Now let's form the inessive case. Again we have to remove si and we get vi. Then we add de to it and we get vida. And then in our last step we add the inessive marker se to it and we receive videsse, which is the inessive case of the word viisi. Now let's practice a bit what we've learned today. So we are moving on to our exercises plus solutions. Here we see 10 different words and the task is to put them into different cases. For each answer we have 4 seconds. So let's go. Our first noun is baari. We want to form the genitive case out of it, which is, that's right, it's barin, a combination of bari plus the genitive marker n. Next one, kahvi. Now we want to form the partitive case out of it, which is, that's right, it's kahvia. Next one, suomi. Here we want to form the inessive case, which is, that's right, Suomessa. Next one, järvi. Here we want to form the adhesive case out of it, which is, very good, it's järvellä. Next one, kieli. Here we want to form the partitive case, which is, it's kieltä. Next one, pieni. Here we want to form the nominative plural, which is, that's right again, it's pienet. Next one, vesi, means water. Here we want to form the partitive case out of it, which is, excellent, it's vettä, vettä. Next one is kuukausi. Here we want to form the inessive case, which is, very good, it's kuukaudessa. Next one, sininen. Here we want to form the genitive case, which is, perfect, it's sinisen. And our last one, toinen. Toinen. Now we want to form the elative case, which is, excellent, it's toisesta. Toisesta. So that's it for today. I hope you liked this video. If you want to learn more Finnish, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day and see you next time.